Alright, so in this one, I want to go over my LF prediction for what seems to be coming as the next LF. Just to go over what was put in the news. Obviously, they did put some stuff with the, August update we're going to get. Probably by the end of this month, we should have this, 4.7.0 update scheduled for this summer. Wasn't summer by the end of August, technically? So, yeah, it should be by the end of this month we get this update of, new battle version. Finally, we haven't had one in, like, I don't even know what it was, 9-10 months, a year even? I have no idea, but it's been a good while since we got something actually updated. Again, we'll just touch on this very quickly. I don't think it's that important because there's not enough details about it to make it, like, again, that important, but we do have some information here. Battle version 2.5 is here, seize victory with brand new moves. In this update, we'll be adding 2 new moves, Quick Dash and Quick Attack. Okay, sounds like a Pokemon. Which are an evolution of the current Tackle. So if Tackle is, well, Tackle is really not that great. So if it's an evolution, it should be a lot better than Tackle, right? Because again, Tackle right now, if you're in like a high rank setting, if you ever Tackle off of the enemy doing a rush, is probably the only time you do it properly because they wouldn't have any cards in hand. Then you could like get their Vanish out, or if you just know when there's no cards. But there's no like safety play to Tackle like ever because there's a lot of punishment you could get from tackling, right? Most arts have that, but tackling has like a very easy punishment because sometimes the inputs just don't register off the tackle, which sucks. But Quick Dash, by flicking forward when at long range, and you'll instantly get to close to the enemy. Okay, that's interesting. If you tap while quick dashing, you'll perform a quick attack. If you tap, okay, so if you dash forward and you tap while doing that dash, you'll do a quick attack that does more damage than a regular tap attack. What is that meant for? I wonder. Because, I mean, this would, like, maybe get rid of MUI's gauge better. That's all I can really think of. Because you're auto, like, going up instead of, like, okay, I have to go all the way from long range. Either I do tap baits or I dash forward, then, you know, they catch me while I'm dashing forward. I assume this, like, stops that effect of, hey, they went to mid-range and you did, like, this quick dash thing and it would override the, like, mid-range strike that they try to do, or something like that. Quick Dash and Quick Attack are new battle actions that have been under consideration for some time. Were designed as a countermeasure against players, who wait. Alright, yeah, okay. So it's meant for like MUI, meant for players who wait around too long. Yeah, okay. Oh, good, nice. If that's all, I hope it's not all. I hope there's more. I hope this is just like a, I don't know, like the filling of an ice cream cake, right? Like, you're just showing me what's going on, but you're not showing me the whole thing. You're not giving me all the information, but okay. I hope you enjoy these changes and more strategic fights. Yeah. They're going to add more battle entrance voice lines. Okay, cool. Easily exchange equipment with expanded UI. I mean, Tiburella should have been here since like months ago, but sure, why not? And then fixing TN with his rush ability, and then the droids with their ability will be addressed. Hopefully that's addressed sooner rather than later, because TN literally has like the best part of his kit just like locked behind a fixed wall, which that wall ain't revealed. And then the important part of this, which I feel like is the most important part, we are planning to announce the date of this broadcast by mid-August, because again, reveals and stuff will be happening. So stay tuned for this announcement. That makes me believe that the LF is not this week, which it would be tomorrow. We would get data mines for it and all that stuff. That Zenkai this week will allude to the next LF. And then with that, okay, the week afterwards, we do have a video and stuff announced on Sunday. And then the video and stuff is on Tuesday morning. And then blah, 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 blah. We have all the information. But since it seems like it's not this week, even though people thought it would be this week, it makes sense why it's not this week. Again, a Zenkai to allude to the LF that's coming. Makes sense. I figure, why not do this video and have my own tinfoil hat theory. Now, I actually like to think my theory is based off some logic here with past experiences of Legends and how they've done things. But I also like to think there's another idea that could be coming where it's just kind of there, and it's just like a idea everyone really has, which I understand it, but I don't fully agree with it. Now, let me touch on it. Let me just show you guys an example. Look how we got the free, and I know MUI was leaked, this is a dumb example, but it's also a true example. We got the free turn power Goku, Tien, and Krillin. Then we got MUI. So they all alluded to MUI because they're all from the USS saga. they shared the tag of that, right? A lot of people are saying Super Vegeta, and I'm thinking of this, like, okay, well, free-to-play Trunks shared the Future tag, and then the androids came out. Okay, this makes sense. You have the ROF Blues who came out, and then we had Whis and Ultra Kaioken come out, so they shared this God Key-esque tag, right? They're sharing these tags with them. Even more so, you keep looking, and the most like notorious one you could say is Goku happened, and we got GV. Or you could say Green Kid Buu happened, and then we got Cell. Do you see my trend? We got the Cybermen, and then we got 8 Vegeta. We had Nappa prior to that banner, and then we got 8 Vegeta. You're seeing my my trend I'm trying to go through with this? That there is a free unit that typically comes out prior to... Typically, it's not always, like, this purple Broly did not mean shit to Evo Vegeta, right? But there's typically a free unit that comes out that alludes to the tags the next LF would be on. And again, if I'm just looking at Goku here, straight up just Goku, well, that was Goku Vegeta. Like, that's movies. That's what that was. If I look at Kid Buu, that's PO, that's Regen, that's what Cell is on, right? So if I'm thinking, and obviously I'll probably have like an image right here of, or right here, wherever it is, it'll be somewhere on the screen, that we have this new Cell coming out tomorrow. Well, that's PO and Regen. And with that, and with the knowledge of, hey, look, Kid Buu's right there, he came out with Cell. Nappa's right there. The Sidemen are right there, that kind of alludes to Ape. ROF Blues to allude to these units. Trunks to allude to the droids. The Tournament Power units to allude to MUI. I feel like the logic is a little bit sound here, where I could say that, well, I think it's going to be DKP. With that logic, again, we do have the free Cell coming, tags they share, PO Regen. I feel like it actually works, and then you also think more about it. It's not like that Cell's only want... Wait, you know what? I'm going to check his ability. Maybe I could even further my point. If I can't further my point here, then I won't, but I think I can. I don't think he's restricted in any sense like androids. People are always saying, and you know, it's true to say, you run this Cell, and he's going to be run with the androids because he has blast debuffs, and he's getting blast damage, all these things. But what is his actual thing he's doing on... Where is it? The, wait, can I not see his ability? Oh, that's tough. Well, nonetheless, he has nothing restricted, is all I have to say there. And if he has nothing restricted to what he's giving to his, wow, this kid is bare bones on this site. I thought it'd be more fulfilled. Okay, well, that sucks. Nonetheless, he has nothing restricted. And with that, wouldn't DKP be a fine unit to be blast? Because again, I kind of think of it like this. Buuhan comes out, well, Blast Regen needs help. So Buuhan makes sense with like the Vegito theme of Majin Vegeta, like Majin Buu Saga-esque idea, but also makes sense of, wait, this is a red PO blast-based regen unit, and then you have a debuffer that's going to help because he's also PO, and it gives death buffs when he dies, and he's going to help your allies, well, just do more on their blast-based regen build. What if it's DKP that transforms or revives, maybe from, you know, old to young, or, you know, transforms from old to young, kind of like the purple one, and then he's like a blast-based green unit? I mean, is that not logical? I feel like that makes sense, at least to me, with the free unit allusion to it, with the even sunnable unit of Buuhan allusion to it, because with Buuhan, that's, yes, that's a buff that was needed, but like, if I'm thinking about anything Majin Buu Saga themed, and I'm thinking, you know what could come out alongside a Tien, well, wouldn't it just be like, I don't know, a Goku, a Vegeta, a Gohan? Like, there's a lot of cool things. There's Gotenks, there's Piccolo. Could have been a lot of cool things. And then they chose Buuhan, which I get it as like a villain, but why was the villain put alongside this banner when we had no villains for Anniversary, and it's put on the All-Star banner? It doesn't make sense to me. It just, I feel like a big bad villain has to come, because we missed it for Anniversary. Now, for those that are saying this is copium and you're thinking Super Vegeta, trust me, I'm in a boat with you. I actually can't believe Super Vegeta and or Final Flash Vegeta, whichever one you want to like deem worthy. It's the same damn form of Cell technically. Then he changes over, obviously, but Super Vegeta, Final Flash Vegeta, whatever you want to call him, I feel like it could come as well. You know, you go back here and we look, it's like, okay, well, what I said is also true in some aspects. You cannot really, I don't know if you could say deny, but you can't really just downplay it, right? Because we just got Majin Vegeta Zenkai, we have a lot of Vegeta Clan Esque equips coming out, even to, could you go to equipment order received? I hope so, because I want to here to kind of show it out, at least if I have any of them. Yeah, that's a lot of Frieza stuff equips. But we have this, I think, is Majin Buu Saga themed. But we do have the equipment, at least in the shop right now, from PvP. These don't really allude to much. I mean, this is Majin Buu Saga themed. This is Majin Vegeta. And again, it kind of makes you think maybe a Vegeta-esque unit, but the backing behind that, I don't... Like, a tag gets a buff, right? And that's cool, but does a tag getting a buff really indicate that that tag's going to get supremely buffed? Because I'm thinking, like, it's not Majin Buu Saga that's getting buffed. So, like, maybe it was for a bit there because it was Tien and, you know, Super Vegeta just kind of slapping them all together, but if it's, like, a finite tag that you're looking at, and the only finite tag that's actually getting, like, more or less every single buff with Kid Buu's plat, with fucking Buhan's thing here, it's regen / PO, because we're getting 3 PO units. Cell, Buhan, Kid Buu's plat basically makes him a new unit. I don't know. I feel like Majin Vegeta, well, it does make sense with Majin Vegeta's, not Majin Vegeta, with Super Vegeta, or Final Flash Vegeta, Majin Vegeta, you know, alludes to that with the Zenkai. Maybe if we had, like, Ape's plat or something else to allude to it, but I just think Majin Vegeta's Zenkai is the only thing that really sticks out to me. Again, there is the equipment in the shop, I believe it is. Actually, is it Vegeta Clan, this equipment? Let me check, because if it's not, then it actually even more downplays the idea of, hey, would this even be this Saga buff? What is this equipment for? This Vegeta Clan. Okay, so that maybe that kind of helps allude to it. Again, I don't fully see the Super Vegeta thing. I don't. Like, because it's Cell as the free unit? Well, isn't usually the free unit having the same tags as the next summonable LF? Like, again, Code Goku, Kid Buu, the Tournament Power guys, like, all these units, don't they have, like, similar tags? Even during Anniversary, didn't we get units that had similar tags to unit? Yeah, we got Super Saiyan Gogeta, which, I mean, he does share movies with all these movie units, and even more so, the fusion there, well, Super Saiyan Gogeta is pretty damn similar to Super Vegeta in fusions, Super Saiyans, and, well, just Saiyans, right? Again, I feel like the free unit kind of mentality of, well, this alludes to this, is more concrete with just the past experiences. Again, we kind of, it's all on the same screen here. Free-to-play Trunks, the androids, ROF boys, and then we got Whis. Am I wrong? I mean, I could be wrong. We won't know, but I wonder if there's more evidence of a more regen-based buff tonight, or a more Vegeta Clan. Because I could see it being Heat Dome Trunks Zenkai if it's going to be LF Super Vegeta. I could see Purple Trunks Zenkai if it's going to be LF Super Vegeta. I could see Green Buhan Zenkai if it's going to be, you know, Green DKP, right? And I feel like green would be a great color because Raul Gohan is just old, right? He's old at this point. He's not terrible, but he's just old, right? They need to replace that man. But again, if I'm just going over this in my head, Pods, even Pods are there. I mean, Pods is the one that killed Bardock. Like, it all makes sense to me. Free-to-play Rose. Look what came out afterwards. Sword of Hope Trunks. Like, again, this free to summonable LF unit illusion that I'm just looking at here, I can't really go against it because I just keep looking down and down and down, and it seems just more and more and more that's at least going toward that direction. This started probably with Cell and all these things, right? Because I don't really see much down here that has many free, there's not just many free units coming out at this point, but again, we kind of go back to where we were, and I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I'm not really in the boat of thinking Super Vegeta, I just don't see enough, and I know it sounds dumb, like evidence, but like evidence, right? Maybe there'll be more tonight. Again, DKP, this guy would be pretty cool, just to touch on what I want from him, because this is who I think is coming next. I would want at least a revival. I know it doesn't really make much sense for him, but to be fair, a lot of revivals don't really make much sense. Like, how does Gohan fainting make him a revival unit? You know what I mean? How does, even more so, Gohan, again, being a revival unit, having Piccolo take the hit, make him a revival unit? It doesn't fully make a lot of sense. I mean, the concept's there, for sure. So if the concept's there, well, this concept is he revived into his youthful self from his old self, right? Again, we already had the purple DKP. I feel like animation-wise, they could do whatever. They could fix it. They could, you know, findangle and figure things out. They literally have animations from, like, other random games, so it's not like it's impossible to do and hard to do. Green rival unit for Blast regen. I mean, again, you have this Cell coming out. He's a support type. He's going to give you Blast debuffs. You have Buhan, who really isn't the worst thing in the world. I know he's not great and he should have been better, but he's not the worst thing ever to exist. He's just a worse off Ancient Golden Frieza because his stat spread. But I do feel like if you gave them this guy who's going to, I assume, debuff you to shit because he just loves debuffing with all these poison-esque things, which we're in a meta where you could debuff a lot, so that actually helped quite a bit. And yeah, Buhan could kind of just go off and off and off. Green-red there, good color synergy, and then maybe the Zenkai, whoever it is, whether it be a Zenkai buffer for this guy if he's green, green Buhan type of thing, and or it would just be a unit that's, I don't know, good enough to core, right? Like, I can't even think. Let's say they Zenkai Bootanks, and then Bootanks somehow became core on Blast Region, and it'd be this guy, Buhan, Bootanks. Well, at that point, you're kind of eating, but even more so, you already have Kid Buu, you already have EX, Evil Buu, you can already use them, which they're both pretty fucking solid options, honestly. Not even, like, bad options at all. They're probably top 3 Blast-based Regen units, which is sad. And you might say, like, why Blast-based? Well, Regen has Strike-based units. Like, Regen has Cell. Regen has these units that don't go on their main tag of Regen, but they want to be other. It's kind of like God Key, right? You kind of have this Goku Vegeta. Well, they don't want to be on God Key. You have this, I don't even know more so. ROF free Vegeta. Well, he doesn't want to be on God Key. You have these units that want to, you know, have these tags, but don't want to main these tags. God Key right now is essentially just MUI and maybe Whis, right? You don't really have much going on because Ultra Cow Ken, well, he's Blast-based and I have 2 Strike-based units. What am I going to do there? So you would put him on other spots. This guy, if they just focused him on Regen instead of other tags, kind of like Buhan is more, I wouldn't say focused on Regen, but he definitely has a better spot on Regen than not. Just needs more equipment. It would work out. And again, if this guy's just a revival unit, I mean, they need that. They have okay sustainability right now. Again, it's not great. It's really not, because you're forced to use a green Kid Gohan who honestly does okay burst damage but becomes useless. Like, it's not hard for him to become useless. He's either really good early game or just mediocre to, like, okay. Like, he's not anything spectacular, right? They need something spectacular. Regen hasn't had, like, a real big buff in a good while. Obviously, again, these Zenkais, these Plat Equips, all these things, they're all cool and nice, but you know you need the new units to, like, succeed and prosper, right? That's how tags work. That's how Vegeta Clan just doesn't have any durability or sustainability. They get comboed, they're getting infinite combo. They don't have any way to cancel a rush or anything like that. So if you give one of these 2 tags, whether it be a Super Vegeta, even more so than you know, Regen, whether it be either of them getting a revival unit, a disruptor of Dragon Balls, a disruptor on cover changes, because even more so, you know, again, Regen barely has that. They have Buhan who has it now, but, like, you need more than just one. You can't just have one. Like, look at Fusions who has 3 cover changes. Look at, I don't know where you run MUI. The Anniversary team, basically, where you run MUI, Dragon Fist, Ultra Vegeta, where you run double Ultras and MUI. Like, how can you compare to that when you barely have even a revival unit? Like, you need a lot of shit going on. And I feel like Buhan could do well. I feel like him being added is kind of swept under the rug with what it could allude to. Again, I think the summonable units sometimes allude to it. If not the summonable, then the free. And if both the free and the summonable are on the same tags as the next LF could be, I feel like, again, the logic is pretty sound to where this guy could be next. And again, I'd be pretty excited for this guy. And I know there's one more thing people will point out, and that it is every August we get a new Vegeta. And trust me, I understand that. But I will point out one thing to you on that. Notice that this anniversary extended, right? it was extended basically an extra month to where we didn't get content outside the anniversary until the end of July. Well, last July, let's go back a year, we had Full Power Frieza come out. So in my head, once again, I'm thinking, so we're pushed back a month. With us being pushed back a month, it would not be Vegeta this month, even though every August it is with Evo, with Majin. They all came out in August, but anniversary extended longer than any other prior. So if that's the case, wouldn't it be making sense to say, okay, we'll hold the trails on Vegeta, because yes, while April is the time, or April, August is the time he gets his buff, we're pushed back a month. And if we're pushed back a month, last year we got Full Power Frieza, who's a PO unit. Maybe? I mean, maybe. That's what makes sense to me, because again, no anniversary's ever been that long to where it was up till the end of July. It usually ended the beginning of July, and now here we are. We're in August. We didn't get anything for July. That was off anniversary, right? We have it. We got the Raspberry Squad. Woo fucking who. They don't really mean much. They're just kind of that boot camp-esque unit that we always get. They could mean something. I mean, even last year, I guess you could say the Rowberry Squad alluded to Full Power Frieza. Sure, why not? I don't even think that even matters in this case. But with this, we're pushed back. Anniversary extended. I don't know. Well, what do you guys think? Who do you guys think is coming to Dragon Ball Legends as the next LF? Again, this is Zenkai. We will get tonight because it seems that we're not getting the video and stuff. And the video and stuff would presumably be for the update and then the LF to announce both together, because big hype boom stuff going on there. Seems we're gonna get a Zenkai. If that alludes to more regen buffs, I'm more certified in this theory. If it alludes to, well, Super Vegeta, then cool. I wouldn't mind either. Honestly, I just want DKP because my first main tag I ever played was regen. This game, was that first anniversary. I loved Green Buhan. I'd love to see a resurgence of regen, because it's been down bad for months on months on months. It's about as bad as Vegeta Clan, a little bit better actually, because again, there's some revive, there's some annoyances that they could have, but individual unit wise, it's pretty fucking ass blast regen. But let me know what you guys think of what is coming next. Hopefully I'm right on this. I'd really like to see regen get a buff, while Vegeta Clan definitely does need it. I think they're just pushed back a month. Could be wrong, could be right. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys in the next one.